You are listening to the Julie Parker Practice Success Podcast, where you discover management insights and strategies for your successful dental practice. There are also interviews with key people in the industry who have advice and services to help you and your team achieve great success. Welcome to this episode of the Julie Parker Practice Success Podcast. And in this episode, I'm joined again by my magnificent buddy, Ameena of Dental Business Mastery, our joint company, and it is also gloriously her birthday today. Happy birthday, Ameena.
Thank you, Julie. It was so lovely to be greeted with your singing. Maybe that's a lie, but anyhow, thank you for having me.
No, Charles and I did ring you this morning and we sang full voice down the phone, a big hearty happy birthday. And then Ameena, she's so hilarious. She's so quick-witted as well. She said, "Oh, you're on mute. What were you just doing?" I love it. I love it. Now, we are on the 7th of December now, Meenie, and coming up to an end of another year. 2024 is just a few days away.
It is just a few days away, and it's just a time of, I guess, people get a bit rampant at this time of year, wrapping up the year, getting ready for a Christmas break, and finally finalising all the bits and pieces we have to do at work. We also want to feel some sense of preparation for the year ahead, don't we? And we may be planning to do that over our Christmas break, but having some sort of preparation in mind about what you want 2024 to look like is a really good start. And this is what we're talking about today, our Goals Achievement Workshop. And we're running a live session Sunday, 17th of December, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Melbourne time. And so you can jump online with us and work through this workshop together. And it will just prepare you and get your mind thinking about what you want 2024 to look like and start preparing for that. And I think just having that chance to contemplate and ponder at this time before you move into a bigger planning session and so forth is a really good time and thing to do. So as we tell you a little bit more about it, keep it in mind, that date, and hopefully you'll join us on that live session. It'll be productive and it is exciting.
It is a really exciting time of year, and I'm excited to do the workshop with you this year because usually I've always done it by myself not by myself, but with other people attending via the webinar. But it's going to be magnificent to host it with you under the Dental Business Mastery banner, and we've got a whole bunch more additional stuff that we've got involved in the workshop that's really going to help people as well. And I have got two things that I was thinking about as you were talking about all of that just then, Meenie. One of them is that I've really loved this time of year. When I was an employee, it was just a year to, had a bit of a time of year to have a bit of a break, a bit of a holiday, possibly spend more time with family and friends. But when I had my own practice from 2013 to 2023, I started to really enjoy. It was less chaotic, less busy. There's quite a number of public holidays thrown in there. The practice was normally closed for a number of days over that period. And I just started to relish that opportunity of contemplating, of dreaming, of reflecting, and recognizing what I really did want to shift and change for the coming year. And I think a lot of practice owners do that. We certainly do that now as consultants. We intentionally block off time over this December, January period, especially between the 2 weeks of Christmas and New Year, to allow ourselves that freedom and space of mind to think about other things than just that daily operational stuff. It's crucial for us to really understand and acknowledge, have we progressed towards our goals that we've got? Are our goals still relevant? What happened this past year that I want to make sure changes for the coming year? And what new things do I want to implement in the coming year?
And what things did I fail to accomplish this year that I set out to, and why? And how can I ensure that that doesn't happen next year?
Yeah, and that brings me directly to that second thought that I was having. It's a really fantastic process, if you did write down goals for yourself, or you had them in your mind still firmly right now for the start of 2023, have a really good look at, okay, how did I spend my everyday? If I did achieve any of my goals, what was I doing that was really helpful for that? And write them down. And what was I doing that actually prevented me or stopped me or hindered my progress? Write those things down too. So you're making sure you're not doing just Groundhog Day, that when you get back into the swing of things, back into the operation of the year in 2024, that you don't find yourself moving through February, March, April, still doing the same kind of things that you did last February, March, and April. Because what's that great saying that, if you want to achieve a different level of success, you need to do different things. If you keep doing the same thing, you will keep achieving the same result.
That's right. And you get reminded, I guess we get reminded by this quite frequently because we're working with different practices and different practice owners. And when we work with those people who are open to shift and change and they try stuff, we really see some really big results. For example, a couple that come to mind, a couple of scenarios, I don't know if I've shared, I think I might have shared one of them with you, Julie, but I don't think I've shared both. So one situation was a practice that's doubled their turnover since January 2023 to October was the first time it was a full double of turnover, right?
That's extraordinary.
But this person actually, in this practice, it was a practice she purchased this year. They have had every obstacle known to man this year, including a sick clinician and all sorts of things. So, but she takes on board all the things we say. She does the work, she does the preparation, and here we are with this kind of result at the end. And a beautiful, beautiful team as well. And another scenario in another clinic, really struggled or maybe even had the reins held back a bit on investing in a really good front office person. And once they have that person up and running, within a couple of months, we're seeing a $20,000 increase in turnover. And I'm not saying it's all because of her, but I think she's had a big impact on the situation of managing the books. So good appointment book managing. I mean, we're talking about $5,000 a week here in turnover difference.
It's a big difference. And, when finances are a challenge, to seek out consulting advice or to enter yourself into a course or a program to learn how to do things differently, when the cost is the issue, you're like, I can't quite afford that now. But when you start recognizing, all of these actually result in a higher turnover, of course I can afford it. They're great examples, many too, of, because you and I have worked with a range of different people over the years, and some are quite resistant to change. It's the owner themselves that's employing our services that is resistant to change. And they end up kind of begrudgingly going down certain actions and paths and behaviors, and they're not getting those kind of results. But the ones that have really embraced, I'm going to be doing things differently now. It'll feel strange, different. It'll be a change of what we normally do, but we're just going to throw ourselves into it. We're paying for the consultancy services. We are going to be hearing about insights and strategies that these people have already seen roll out successfully in other practices. So why am I any different? And so let's just take the bull by the horns and just do the stuff. And it's amazing how swift those results can be.
That's right. And just coming along to this goals achievement workshop, which is a very, very small investment, usually $99. I think we've got an early bird at the moment. Is that right, Julie?
Yeah, $49.50 inclusive of GST. So normally $99 down to $49.50 up until Monday. Is that the 17th, Monday? Oh, no, the 17th is when the workshop is. So it's up until the 10th. So the early bird is happening for another 3 days only. It's only $49.50. You get 3 hours of time. And in those 3 hours, we are taking people step by step through the process of, number one, identifying goals that are relevant to you and your business. And we're not talking just business goals here. We're talking personal goals as well. And so we help you identify those goals. We give you downloads, templates, and sheets to be able to enter in all of this information as we're in the workshop. We're helping you to create a plan of action. So once January 1 hits, you are off and running, achieving those goals. But then, of course, we have the need to support ourselves through these goals achievement. And the analogy that I really like to use all the time, because it's so relatable to everybody, is losing weight. If I just said to myself, I'd like to lose weight, the chances of me actually achieving that goal are only 10%, not that strong. We need more than that normally. We need more than just saying, I need more new patients. I need a better team. I need to change my front desk person over. I need to increase turnover. If it's just a thought, you've got 10% chance of actually realizing that dream. However, if I consciously decide, okay, that's it, I am losing weight, I'm very affirmative about it, then that boosts my chances of achieving that goal by up to 25%. I've got a 25% chance of achieving that goal. But then, of course, I haven't identified how long it's going to take me. I could say in 2 years' time, oh, I'm still not failing at achieving my goal. Sure, I haven't lost weight yet, but I never said when I was going to lose it by. I'm still in the process of achieving my goal. But when you decide when you will do it, within 6 months, I'll lose 4 kilograms or something, whatever the thing is, then my chances of achieving that goal go up to 40%. But then when I actually create a plan, that means every week I need to do this, and every fortnight I'll weigh in and I actually create a step-by-step plan of what I'm going to do, then I've got a 50% chance of achieving my goals. And quite often, that's the point that we stop at. We say, I've done enough hard work, I've done enough support process for myself to make sure that I'm going to achieve this goal. However, it's 2 additional steps that you can take that really blow your goal achievement chances out of the water. It's just fantastic. So if I then said to you, Ameena, in 6 months, I'm losing 4 kilos and this is how I'm going to do it, then I increase my chances to 65%. But then if I check in with you, if we make a meeting every single week, for example, or every single month, whatever the timing is, and I use you as an accountability appointment time where I've committed to you to do this thing and you're going to check in with me, have you done those things? Do you know what my chances are then of achieving my goal? 95%. It's
astounding,
just
isn't
enormous. It's enormous. And so that's part of this goals achievement workshop as well, is recognizing this is the way we naturally behave as human beings. These are the things that we can do and put in place for ourselves. So we do actually give ourselves every chance possible to achieve our goals.
It really highlights to me, I know the things that I've really achieved with, I've had some sort of, either it's you and I and our work thing, so then you've got accountability, you need to show up and get the thing done. Or when I have had a fitness coach, things are much better in that area because you rock up every week and you're almost embarrassed not to have done anything.
Yeah.
And even a client that I met with this morning, we meet every single week and we see where we're at and work on the things we need to work on. And it's that, have you done this yet? Have you got to this? What have your thoughts been about that? And most of the time, he's always done something. Not always everything, because that's life and business, isn't it? That we get distracted or we get a few spanners thrown in the works, which is fine. But, just 4 months in, he said, my work-life balance has improved. My appointment book has improved and my bank balance has improved. So he's winning.
Love it.
He puts the work in, he's committed, he turns up every week and he's getting somewhere. And I think to see those 3 things, improvement in those 3 areas in 4 months is a really good outcome.
Oh, it's an enormously powerful outcome. Wonderful. And, he hasn't been a client for a long, long time either.
This is 4 months in total.
Amazing. That's it. So you can really, when you really put your mind to it and get the, research, develop the resources and support that you need around you, be very clear about what you're trying to achieve, create that plan, check in all the time. It is quite extraordinary what you can actually achieve. You can start to dream really, really big as well. And sometimes when we dream big, there are particular things that starts to stop us, and we're not always totally conscious of it. And so something else we do tend to go into within the workshop that we do every year is the mindset stuff, the stuff that's from a subconscious level, we are actually sabotaging ourselves. And it could be any, limiting beliefs that we might have. And another relatable thing to do is, or example to use, is from a business perspective, that if your dental practice is turning over $700,000 at the moment, for example, and you really want to have a 5-year goal, which is very lofty for you, $5 million, for example, then you might be able to put the plan in place and be very specific about the goal and get an accountability partner and still have troubles actually achieving that goal. And when you've got limiting beliefs in your subconscious that help direct 95% of our behavior. Our subconscious directs 95% of our behavior. Or you've got a fear of failure. Like, what if I state this goal out loud? Then what happens if I don't achieve that goal? Or alternatively, a fear of success. And I never truly understood a fear of success until I spoke to Charles about it. And I said, I don't understand. Why on earth would you fear success? It's such a freaking good thing to do. Success. Of course I want that. And then he stepped me through the process of what a fear of success actually looks like. And I thought, oh, my God, I can relate to all of that. That's extraordinary. What if I don't like my life with that successful version of myself because of other things that I think are involved in that success? And so we go into that as well and really start to think about, if we do have fear of failure, fear of success, if we've got limiting beliefs, we can shift and change all of that. And we've got some pretty powerful exercises involved in the workshop that can help make sure that that is not the thing that's preventing you from achieving your personal or business goals as well.
Wonderful stuff. It is going to be an awesome 3-hour workshop. So I really encourage you to come along. It'll be fun. We'll get stuff done and together plan our 2024.
Yeah, you're going to walk away with a very firm plan moving forward, thanks to all the templates and downloads that you'll be filling out throughout those that 3-hour period. So it's not 3 hours of everything and then you have to go off and do the work yourself. We're doing the work within the workshop. It is a true workshop. And with this early bird of $49.50, it's just so easy. Everyone gets a recording of the workshop itself as well. So if there's elements you want to re-listen to, revisit, you've got the total freedom to do that as well. And of course, they can communicate with us as often as they like post that workshop to make sure that there is some sort of accountability space open for them. And so the best thing to do is to go to the website, go to the online courses tab. In the drop-down box at the very bottom, it's got Goals Achievement Workshop. Click on that. Register, pay, wait to the 17th of December, jump online with Ameena and myself. We've made it on a Sunday.
Yes, Sunday, the 17th of December.
So it doesn't impact your working life at all. Hopefully we've made a time that's going to be suitable for most people. Alternatively, go to the show notes, click on the link within the show notes, and you'll be taken straight through to that page as well. We're looking forward to having a big crowd so we can all start to learn together how to make sure 2024 is as big a year as possible, both personally and professionally. Thanks, Meenie.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this podcast, then I encourage you to head over to Ameena and my website, dentalbusinessmastery.com.au. You will find all the information that you need if you would like to gain our assistance in helping you and your team achieve great success. We've got online courses, consulting programs, the club membership. We also have a whole bunch of tools and resources that are available for free that will help you achieve your practice goals. If you would like to find out more, you can also email us directly at info@dentalbusinessmastery.com.au. Thanks so much for listening.